What's up, guys? So I got another Kendra G breakdown for you guys. So let's get started.
Hello?
I'm a female.
That's fine. That's fine.
Kendra G, I love you, honey. Thank you for putting me on. I'm so surprised I'm on.
I love you back, baby. Um, it's not. All right. What's your name, baby? Lisa from where?
Florida,
Florida. How old are you, Lisa, baby?
55.
Oh, you look good. 55 in the house. I will never.
Off the bat, that's a red flag. If you heard my other videos, my other breakdowns and thoughts, this is another or a thought I have. It is a red flag for a woman to still be in the dating market. The longer it is past 35. I think that's a red flag. Especially for a woman, because time is very precious for a woman. So I would say this. One, she didn't prioritize relationships in her earlier life. She didn't make that a point to find the best man she can find and make it stick. Also, she dealt with men that didn't qualify for whatever reason. So you dealt with a lot of men that just did not qualify for you. You're a terrible choice in people. What else? Or you are just hard to deal with. So the men that have dealt with you don't stick, because there's a reason why at 50, not a single man that you've dealt with in your past still wants to deal with you now. I always see that there's a lot of red flags when it comes to women dating late in their life and are still dating late in life. And there's a multitude of reasonings, but one of the reasons why I don't necessarily have the same red flag for men, but it could be a red flag as well. But I don't have a high degree of a red flag when it comes to a man. It's because men, it takes time to build themselves. One of the key things for a man is provisions, that he should provide for his family, which I believe men should provide. So to build himself up, to actually make himself the best version of himself that he can be, well, it takes time. So, and it takes a different amount of time for, different men. So if you can do that in your, late 20s, early 30s, perfect. But if you can't, well, it takes time. And that's why I give a little bit of leeway for men. That's why it's not necessarily a red flag for men, because one of the key metrics for men, one of the key factors that women are attracted to is provision, a man providing for a family. So that shit takes time. Also, women love men with experience. So that's why those are the things I say it's different between men and women, because we are attracted to different things.
I guess 55. What do you do for a living, Lisa?
I am a custom protection security officer and entrepreneur.
Customs protection?
Security officer.
A security officer. Okay. And so custom protection. So like if people try to come into our country from different places?
Well, I'm across from the port, the Miami port, where the cruise ship line comes in.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I need a tissue. Give me 1 second. Let me get up. Let me get a tissue.
Okay. So one of the posts over there, but I can't mention the name.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, Lisa. What's your zodiac sign?
Pisces.
Do you have any kids?
I have 3 kids.
3 kids. How old are your kids?
30, 28, 27.
Do you all by the same man?
All by the same.
Have you ever been married?
Yes. I was married before and got divorced. I was married for 23 years, got divorced in 2016.
Okay. So you got divorced. All right. So what kind of man you looking for?
I would have liked Kendra to say why you got divorced. Did you choose to divorce him? Did he cheat? What was the reason? It helps to understand, more about her. Because you got to think. Let me turn on my light. You have to think. If she's the type of woman that will divorce her man because, I don't know, she doesn't feel him anymore. She doesn't love him more. She gives the typical answer, we grew apart. I think that's a red flag as well. Here's another woman that has built a life with a man, gave him 3 children, and yet still did not make a marriage work. I question that. I'll question her, because women always say they're loyal. Well, that proves you're not that loyal. The proof that that you're not that committed. You're not a ride or die girl or ride or die lady. So I wish Kendra would dig in deeper, so it gives other people a better view of her.
Looking for a kind, respectable gentleman, someone who is well fit.
Well fit?
Well,
Girl, they gonna look, we're gonna go here early. Cause if you ask for well fit, they gonna want you to be well fit. So let's do the Kendra cam. We're gonna go right there with it. We going right there with it.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. I mean, I'm not well fit. I'm a little curvy.
Okay, so if you're not well fit, why does the guy have to be well fit?
I can't do the big belly. Sorry.
Do you have a big belly?
Well, it's not big, but
it's pretty big.
Okay, so it's not big, but so he can have a big, but not big.
Little bit of belly is good.
A little bit of belly is good. Do you have a little bit of belly?
No.
Okay. So well fit is her desire. Well fit. Okay. Anything else? Let's keep going.
Someone who's respectable, someone who knows how to treat a lady, open the car doors. I'm old school.
But how are you old school? You don't seem like, there's nothing about her that says she's old school. I think that she's very modern in her aspect. You have 3 kids. You were married, divorced. I wish I knew the reasoning, or I wish I knew who divorced who. But I don't know. You didn't value marriage enough to stick with it. It's the thing where, I hope they will go into it. Why she thinks she's old school. And she's not fit. So really, her asking for a fit man.
Hold on 1 second. Someone said Kendra be nice. Kendra's not being rude. Kendra's being direct. We're going to start having this the problem. Y'all think anything that is a difficult task, a difficult question, now it's not nice. No, it's real talk. I don't do it enough, to be honest. A lot of times I don't even do it. I need to do it more so y'all get more comfortable with it, because that's the problem. Y'all always thinking when it's time to have, this is not to you, Lisa. I'm talking to the comment section. Whenever it's time to have real talk convos, it falls into, only when it's with women, it falls into a mean category. Now, if you were a guy, they wouldn't care.
I'm glad Kendra brings that shit up. Because this is why women do not hold other women accountable. Kendra is literally saying, and it's true, you ask for a fit man. Well, do you even fit that, preference? A fit man would also like a fit woman in general. There are some men that are fit but like bigger women, but I don't know. But there's more than not that likes other fit women as well.
But that's the problem. Y'all women got to get thicker skin, okay? Because I don't think there's nothing wrong, and I probably wouldn't have did it right away. But only because you said you wanted well fit, and I also know my cousins. And when I make you a highlight, they gonna say, "Well, wait, we want to see if you are what you asking for." But we're gonna move forward. But I don't think that was mean at all. But let's keep going. Your deal breakers, honey.
Someone who's rude, someone who's going through a divorce and not married, like Some folks will tell me they're in the process of divorce or separated. They have to be totally single. Sorry.
Okay, totally single. Totally single. Um, can he have kids?
If they're older, yes.
If they're older, yes. Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Not really. Once he can sustain himself, I mean, I'm pretty independent woman.
Yeah, very traditional.
Okay, you're pretty independent. Okay. Does he have to look a certain way besides being well fit? Because we did get there early, child.
Oh, I like Caucasian men.
Oh, Caucasian. What's your ethnicity, nationality?
I'm mixed with Indian from India and black from the African continent. I'm from Guyana, South America, originally from.
So
So
you
I
don't want
mix
any
with
men that you want to date any men in your own race?
someone cheated on me when I dated a black man, and since then I kind of stay with the white folks. I preferred white.
The white folks.
Caucasian.
Oh, so you are scorned in a sense. So white men only.
Please.
Please.
I mean,
She
whatever.
said please.
But I do like to make a point that another issue with dating older women, they have baggage. I'm not saying that younger women don't have baggage, but a probability. Let's say this: she's in her, what was it, 50, whatever. Let's say 50, right? Her in her 50s compared to her in her 20s. I mean, the baggage is automatic different. It will be different. She probably didn't date that black man that cheated on her in her 20. Maybe in her 25, 30, maybe somewhere like, right? Later on in her life. That added to her walls, her baggage, her trauma. This is another thing what I'm talking about. In general, you only get more trauma as you get older. You only build more walls. Walls get only higher. You get more set in your ways. Your personality is who you are. Your views are kind of who they are, right? Or what they are. This is the problem with dating. Another issue with dating older women. They have more trauma in general. So, yeah. And like I said, even a younger woman can have trauma, can have baggage, can have walls too. But imagine that same woman that at 20 that has a lot of trauma, a lot of baggage, a lot of big walls, right? Well, imagine if she went to, now you're dating her at 35. Well, that 20-year-old is going to even have a larger amount of traumatic experiences. Bigger walls, harder to break down. So what type of man, what type of good, decent man wants to deal with trying to break walls that other men have built? That's a red flag. And trust me, I've been there. And like, it's weird, right? I've been there with a woman that had a low body count, didn't have a lot of walls, but she still had scars. And imagine if that same woman had dealt with even more men. So now it would have been even harder to deal with. But she was already hard to deal with, and that had to end. That end, which it did. So, yeah.
Okay. You don't think white men cheat though?
They do. I mean, some may do. I know there's good and bad everywhere, but my preference, I'm going to bed at night, I want to be happy with myself.
Okay, you want to be happy with yourself, and a Caucasian man will make you happy with yourself. Wow, girl, you listen. These comments gonna be coming in, child. Have to get these comments, these cousins in the comments, child. They
I'm
gonna
very
comment, but
straightforward. I say what I like. Some people don't like it. They think I'm upfront. But, I have to paint the picture the way I like it.
I understand, girl. It's the world. What's the age range you would date, Lisa?
55 to 65.
Does he have to be in Florida?
No, he doesn't have to be in Florida. I love to travel. So I would like to go back and forth if that's okay until things settles.
Until things settle. Okay. When was your last relationship?
2017 when I was in college for my bachelor's.
2017.
2017 fall. I moved to
Oh, so
Florida. I was in Massachusetts and I moved to Florida in 2019.
so you were in college in your 40s.
I went back as a non-traditional student, so I graduated
Okay.
at 50.
You graduated at 50. Okay, got you. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
2017 fall.
Okay, so it's been, is that 6 years?
About that, yeah. I got divorced. My divorce is 2016. I went with a few people after that, but nothing panned out.
Was your ex-husband white?
He looks white, but he's from Greek descent.
Oh, he was Greek. Now, why did you divorce him?
He cheated on me.
So white men do cheat. You do know that.
But he's Greek.
Greek isn't considered white.
He has like an olive complexion.
So what do you consider white?
Like Irish, Scottish, Caucasian, Italian.
Oh,
Whatever. I mean, whatever. It's her thing. And cheat. Okay, he cheated on you. I always think that if you're gonna cheat, you might as well just break up. For me, it's like, I think it's weird. I mean, I wish I would. You know, I've always learned that you gotta listen to both sides, right? Why would a man have 3 kids with you and still cheat? I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't men that just don't care, right? I'm saying that, you know what? Who knows, right? It could be she's hard to deal with, you know, and I said that's not an excuse, because if you want to leave, you should just leave. So you shouldn't just cheat. But some men are just, they're scared. I would say a lot of men, and probably women too, are scared of, like, if I leave her, then I won't have no one else in a committed relationship. You know, I mean, you could probably have sex, but you wouldn't have a committed relationship, right? So he could be scared of not getting a committed relationship, but it's still stupid. Well, but it's good to know that, you know, I'm just wondering. I mean, it's good to know what happened with the marriage a little bit, although it's not like it's clear, because, you know, like I said, maybe she wasn't the most attentive wife. Because I can tell you this, I've heard that, and actually I've been in a relationship where that, like, I'm not saying that this is her situation, but a lot of marriage, women neglect the men, in the sense that men want sex, and they would like sex regularly. So maybe, you know, it was neglect. But this is not I'm saying for sure, but I'm saying that it happens in a lot of marriages, where, especially marriages that are that's been the long term, you know, it's been for a while. Women just, their sexual desire for the man that they're with has pretty much fallen off a cliff. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily. I guess seems like it, but I'm not trying to give him an excuse. I'm trying to see that, you know what? Could she still be the red flag in my breakdown of another potential relationship, right? Which, you know, she has other red flags in it, but could she be a red flag in a committed relationship? I don't know. You know, if she wasn't as attentive as a partner should be, well, I think that's a red flag. You know, what led the man, unless he was just a terrible man, what led him down to the path of cheating? You know, and there's not necessarily an excuse, but it's more to analyze what type of relationship it would be with this type of woman. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, but Greek doesn't fall into the white category.
Well, it you can say that, but the Greek person, why the ex I had, he was an olive complexion.
Okay, he was. Oh, so are you basing this off of complexion and not necessarily white?
No, he was white. He tan easily, but I prefer Caucasian folks.
Okay, okay, okay. I just wanted to get clarity. I would
That's
consider Greek white, but I guess maybe I'm wrong. Some are saying it's Mediterranean. Some are saying Greek. I guess it might be subjective. Child, I'm the kind of person, if you ain't black, if you ain't black, you white.
There's Asian people too.
Oh
I
no,
hear
that's
you.
not true. That's not true. I believe in Latino people. I'm not that bland, but I consider most like Greek, Italian, Irish. I consider Kim Kardashian white. And people tell me Kim Kardashian is not white. Not a bad thing. This is not a diss at all. So let me just make sure this is not a racist thing. But I do consider like the Kardashians white, and people say they're not white. They're da 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 da. I'm like, okay, well they white to me, child. Not a bad thing, but it just is what it is. But let's keep going, child. Back to you. All right. What are 3 flaws you think you have to work on?
The 3 flaws I have to work on is I'm very outspoken. I have to work, I know, on that. I have to be a little more gentle on the tone of voice. And like I said, I'm pretty upfront, so if folks don't like that, I need to work on that.
Okay. Um, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm a grown woman, independent. I don't depend
Okay, being independent. That's not. How's that a benefit to a man?
on anyone. And I have a condo in Mexico, and I am an entrepreneur. Um, I think traveling, I love to do that, and I think someone in my circle being with me will be happy to be with me. I mean, I don't jump around and mess around. I'm very reliable, royal person.
Oh,
I mean, she probably is. I mean, uh, because her husband cheated, so it's not like she wasn't loyal. He just messed the relationship up. But is she someone worth dealing with? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm just thinking of like, yeah, she probably has a bit of an attitude, hard to, she probably just, and saying what's on your mind is not bad, uh, but you gotta know, there are a type of personalities that will always lead to arguments, leads to fights, and that's annoying. You want to bring your man peace, and a woman that has who has attitude won't bring her man peace. Who knows if that's probably one of the things with her husband. I don't know. Who knows, right? But I've been in relationships where the women were just outspoken, which is not a terrible thing, but there's a certain degree where you're bringing your man more headache than peace. So that could also be one of the factors where it becomes a red flag. Loyal, it's fine. I mean, at 55, if you can't be loyal, then I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. But I think at 55, probably the biggest thing is her set in her ways and attitude. Yeah, she probably won't need you, which is, at 55, I guess it's fine. She doesn't have a real money requirement. You just be you. So, those are some things, right, that to consider. If you're at that age, you still want to date someone at your own age, which I know there are plenty of men that like to do that. I'm just questioning her personality because her level of attitude. Because I will say it, which I was saying before, is that at their age, the older they are, they're more set in their ways. She could be hard to deal with, or maybe she could be hard to deal with, annoying to deal with. So I don't know, and I don't know. At 55, I don't know what men at 55 require. So maybe they're not as active in the bed. So maybe they don't require that. So I don't particularly know. I'm just saying that, like, probably the biggest key red flag for me, right, is that she might have an attitude that won't bring a man peace, that will be annoying to deal with. So, that could be it.
Okay, let's do it, Lisa. Lisa is in Florida. She's 55, a Pisces. You want to get married again?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, she doesn't want to get married again. She's a custom protection secretary, right?
Security officer.
Security officers. She has 3 kids. They're grown, 30, 28, 27. So they 55 to 65, and she's a Pisces. How can they?
Yeah, I mean, she's not terrible, but like I said, I always think that men have to be weary or cognitive of certain aspects. If you want to date an older woman, well, you got to be sure that you're willing to accept, the type of personality she has. And in general, like I said, the type of personality has of an older woman, she might be set in her ways. It's maybe her way or the highway. She may have a bit of an attitude. She might not bring you peace. So, I don't know. It seems like that probably, in this woman's case, probably the biggest red flag that... Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So, plus the fit thing, I mean, I don't know. At 55, are there that many fit 55, 65-year-olds? I don't know. I think she should have been more relaxed with that one to help her, mate selection, but I don't know. That's fine. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you guys think of her? She's not terrible for that age range. So, yeah. Anyway, later, guys.